Hey there, I am so glad you stopped by today. I wanted to chat with you about something. But first off, welcome back to Safe at Homestead. And if there's anyone new out there, welcome. I wanted to chat about when things don't go our way. That's what's happening to me right now. That's what I am dealing with. And I am starting to get a little discouraged. And I thought, what would I say to you if you were feeling this way? So hopefully, I can encourage myself by encouraging you. So things aren't going my way, and I am trying to work through it instead of feeling overwhelmed, instead of feeling like I'm failing, instead of being down on myself. I wanted to be positive about it. So let me tell you what's happening. We are doing this garden expansion, and it's not that big of an expansion. It's just widening the garden a little bit, 6 feet. And the weather has not been cooperating. It has been extremely windy. We live up on a hill and it's very sandy. So you go out there to work and it's like sandblasting your face. It is so windy, and the little fine grains of sand, it gets in your eyes, in your ears. It just makes it really uncomfortable, almost impossible to work out there. There's that. And then there's the fact that it's not something I can do myself. And my mister has just been swamped and busy with other responsibilities. So we've been doing a little here, a little there, and which would be fine, except that there are things that need to happen in the garden, but they all depend on the garden expansion. For example, I got my potatoes. It's been almost 2 weeks since I've had these potatoes, and I haven't been able to put them in. They're starting to sprout. I'm getting stressed even talking about it. And reason is because where I want to put the potatoes is at the edge of where this new expansion will be. So that's on hold. Then, about a week and a half ago, the onions came. So I have a box full of onions, and I can't put them in because, well, where I want to put them in is where some new garden boxes are going after the expansion. So I can't do that. And then 3 days ago came the greenhouse. And where is the greenhouse going? In that 6 foot area after the expansion. So everything is backed up, and I'm just feeling like I can't breathe. So I thought, what would I say to you to help you feel better? And then in turn, hopefully, I will feel better. So I thought, you need to be flexible, first of all. Don't be so determined to do it one way and feel that that is the only way to do it, right? So flexibility is key. Don't get down on yourself. Some things are just beyond your control. Things happen. For me, it's the weather. It's a busy husband. For you, it could be something else. But just realize that we can only control what's within our sphere of control, right? If it's outside of our sphere, we can't really do anything about it. Stressing out is not going to change anything. So maybe what we can do is find an alternative. So I decided that if I don't get the garden expansion done this weekend, I am going to find an alternative spot for these potatoes. Actually, I already picked an alternative spot for these potatoes, but I'm going to wait just in case I can get it done next week because the expansion gets done this weekend. I'm going to think about where else could I put these onions. It's gonna involve some changing things around, putting pen to paper, drawing some new beds. Well, not new beds, but drawing out different places to put different plants because I really have to get the onions in. So, is it the end of the world if the onions go somewhere else? No. Is it the end of the world if the potatoes go in somewhere else? No. It's not my ideal location, but they're getting in the ground, and that's the important thing. So I thought, in the meantime, while I'm doing all this mental work about where to put the potatoes and where to put the onions, I would actually do something that is just divert my focus from worrying about these things. and do something else. So is there something else that you can do, even if it's a small thing, that will divert your attention from this problem and just focus on something else? I'm going to do that. This came probably around the same time as the potatoes, and I haven't done anything with it. I bought one of these last year and I love it. It is my, well, they're photo boxes, but I use it to store seeds, and it works perfectly for seeds because you categorize your seeds. You know, you have one for tomatoes, one for peppers, one for different ones. I label them, and then when you're ready to go out in the garden, you just grab what you need and take that. You don't have seed packets flying around, etc. So I am going to start working on organizing some seeds in here. I got a whole bunch of seeds this year. I shared that with you guys, and I think I'm going to try to do herbs and flowers in this new box and just leave all the veggies in the other box. The other box is bursting at the seams because there's not enough room, so I really needed this one. So I thought, this is a fun project. It's something that needs to get done. Let's do that instead of focusing on what I can't do, because that is overwhelming me. So what we want to do is divert our focus, find alternatives, and most of all, be flexible, because what we're after is progress, not perfection, right? Nobody's going to have perfection. So let's take baby steps, whatever it may be. Let's do what we can do as opposed to dwelling on what we can't do. Whew, that made me feel better. I hope it helped you feel better if you're dealing with something similar. So now let's take a look at the chicks and see what they're up to. And the wind sounds like it's died down a little. If it has, I will run out and mix my feed and maybe share that with you, because it rained on my feed once. I don't have really anywhere to store it, so we have it in our car. I told my husband, take it out, I'm gonna mix the feed. Windy, crazy. It even snowed here a couple days ago, so I wasn't able to do that, and I need to do it because I don't want to ruin 150 pounds of feed. So chickens and then feed. Yeah, and you guys will enjoy seeing the chickens anyway, and me getting in there with them and showing them to you is going to help me to feel a little better as well. All right, let's go do that.